Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 13 The Show, and we've got some Kevin Millar Road to the Show coming your way right here as we're going to be facing the Houston Astros. It is a gloomy and rainy day here in this game, but that's all right. We're going to make the most of it here. Hopefully we have a good start out of Kevin Millar. Against the Astros, I don't want to have this sound disrespectful or anything like that, but I'm anticipating a pretty big game here, since I know attribute-wise the Astros are kind of lacking in some areas here, so we'll see what ends up happening. I did want to make sure that I thanked everybody here for the enormous outpouring of support that I have gotten after the last Road to the Show video that I did with Lou Gehrig. Honestly, I was not anticipating that type of response, so really, I can't thank you guys enough for that. So, you know, it's something I've been under a lot of stress. Even things I didn't post in there, you know, like being a dad, money, stuff like that, you know, kind of all adds to everything here. And, you know, I notice, or I have noticed that more than anything, I see negativity and stuff like that. So the fact that I got that kind of support from people was really, really cool. Especially, you know, like other YouTubers, you know, Mo Defoe wrote something that was really, really cool. And you guys have heard me say it plenty of times, like as sports commentators, you know, we kind of view each other more as comrades and brothers than, you know, competitors or anything like that. So that was really, really cool to be able to see and really reinforce, you know, what I've always thought about other commentators. So I appreciate that very, very much. You guys have said it's cool if I go ahead and I take a break. I'm anticipating on actually doing that next weekend. So Sunday, I'm going to Denver here. It's going to be a vacation, a much-needed vacation for me. Even though money is really, really tight for us, I think it's something that I need personally. So we're going to be there for a few days, taking a few days off of work, too, to make sure that I am there. And then I, you know, purchased some Rockies tickets a while ago. So we're going to be seeing the Pirates and Rockies. That'll be really, really cool. We've got some great seats as well. So that's something I'm looking forward to. I'm going to be taking a break from YouTube while I'm there, a break from work, you know, from about everything. I'm going to be taking a break. So that is going to be very needed, and I'm looking forward to it quite a bit. So I hope I come back fully refreshed and just ready to get back to all of this. Who knows? Maybe I'll think of some ideas and stuff like that while I am away. So, I don't know, it'll be kind of cool. I'll make sure I keep you guys up to date on what's going on. So I'll probably tweet out a few pictures, like even at the game and stuff. So just so you guys know, I haven't like died or anything like that. So anywho, Kevin Millar still rocking it. Had that one loss a little while ago. But we're definitely the top team in the American League, so I'm very excited about what the future holds here with this series. Gonna be able to get to the postseason here. I mean, even if I lose a whole bunch of games, I'm still in a good enough position here where I basically locked in a spot for the playoffs. So that'll be really, really cool. I'm nervous about it as well because this is the first time ever that any of my players have made it to the postseason. So I've got, I don't know, a lot's riding on it here. History in the making, I guess. But, oh, I forgot to mention, if I do take a few days off, like in the middle of this week too, it's because I am getting sick. Like when I was doing the Rascot Recreation video right before this, I got like really, really nauseous, and I went ahead and I just took a shower, just to kind of make myself feel a little bit better so I could do 2 more videos. But if it gets really, really bad, let me know. All right, so the implementation of the 12-6 curve is going pretty well. It is now in the 70s. So I'm making sure that occasionally I am throwing that 12-6 curve, but I don't want to throw it as often as anything else because I've been able to max out the 4-seam, the slider, and the knuckleball. But I just haven't done that with the 12-6 curve yet. Well, I guess I should take that back. With the 4-seam, I haven't maxed it out all the way because there is a selection on there for movement. And with the 4-seamer, yeah, not been working with movement at all. So it's kind of been cool because every time that I work on a pitch and I make it that much better, it affects other attributes of Kevin Millar. So strikeouts per 9 inning, hits per 9 inning, home runs per 9, you know, stuff like that. That's been continuously going up and up too. So I think that what I'm going to be doing as soon as I get the 12-6 curve taken care of, that's when I'm going to go ahead and implement the cutter into my pitches, and I'll start working on maxing that out as well. Because when I get all 5 pitches maxed out, I think I'll be pretty close to maxing out everything that I can pitching-wise for Kevin Millar. And then I don't know what I'm going to work on next. I'll probably work on, well, after I get the pitching stuff down, I'm going to increase his durability because I wouldn't want him to get injured or anything like that. So that'll be the next thing. And then I'll probably work on like speed and fielding ability and stuff and kind of save hitting for last. Because I don't anticipate going anywhere with Kevin Millar, like nobody else other than the Red Sox. I did get signed to a 1-year deal with the Red Sox, and I'm assuming that they're going to go ahead and offer me something at the end of the season. If not, I'd be kind of interested to see who would decide to pick him up. I think that'd be kind of cool, because with the Kevin Millar series, I don't feel as tied to the Red Sox as I do with like Lou Gehrig and his road to the show with the Yankees. Like, seeing Lou Gehrig in another uniform, that, I don't know, that just seems ridiculous. So, oh yes, throw over to first in time, so no run there. But yeah, like with Kevin Millar, I mean, he didn't play just for the Red Sox. I mean, he's most known for being the first baseman for the Red Sox during their World Series and the time around there in 04. But if he goes to a different team, that's okay. But I know there's going to be a pretty high price tag to be able to keep Kevin Millar. And I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens here because the only contract negotiations I've had is with the Red Sox for Kevin Millar and then the Yankees for Lou Gehrig. So I haven't been able to see exactly what happens. If there's multiple teams that are interested in you and what type of contracts that'll be offered. My gosh. How many has that been off the monster here today? And why the throw over to second? They thrown on over to third. Probably would have been out. Not the smartest call, outfield. So that puts more pressure on me to make sure he doesn't come home. Luckily, we've got 2 outs, so I'll throw this 4-seamer a little bit low. Dang it. Okay. Thought maybe we'd get a ground ball out of that one here. Get it done and over with. But, my battery is low. Gotta go ahead and plug it in. So off-season will be interesting with this here, but we've got to get to the postseason. Strikeout right there. 101 miles an hour, high and inside. That's tough. All right, with Jose Altuve here, I was seeing if I could throw over his head, so wasn't going to throw at him or anything like that. But he'll lay down the bunt. I'll charge it, make the throw over to first. That's why I think I need to work on speed and stuff like that and fielding just right after I get done with the whole pitching aspect of it. Because it's tough with me to, field, and I can tell my throwing just isn't as fast as my, infielders are. And if I have to go cover first, I'm never there in time. Never there in time. So it'd be kind of helpful if I had some speed for that. So anyway, so far the game's been going exactly as I thought it was going to for Kevin Millar. So the Astros have struggled. They have gotten a few hits. I mean, you've seen everything that's been taking place. I didn't have to cut anything down in this particular video like I have had with some of the other Kevin Millar videos. That will be caught by Hayward in right, and that will end the inning. Been very effective with pitches, too. I mean, you can look. We're in the 7th inning, and I'm about halfway through my energy. So we've got a lot left to go. I'm playing pretty well. So I think I'm going to end this game really, or the end of this game will be good here for Kevin Millar. As long as nothing happens here too crazy where I allow just a whole bunch of hits. But we're up 4-0, so it would take a lot for the Astros to come back. Hits like this that go into center field, and the catch will be made. All right, that had me a little worried. Ooh, I saw him keep going back for center. I'm just like, no. But caught it at the warning track, so that's pretty good. Knuckleball has been working really well in this game, too. In the last few games, my knuckleball has been the most effective that it has ever been. So that's been a big, huge help for me all around. Because I've noticed that in some games, when we're talking around like, in the teens episodes or in the 20s, I'd have to stop throwing the knuckleball around inning 5. Just because it got down really, really low because I'm throwing other pitches or, the knuckleball is just a very, very tough pitch to throw because it's ridiculously inconsistent. And I just got done watching a really cool documentary on Netflix about the knuckleball. I definitely recommend, looking it up here if you have Netflix. It's just called Knuckleball. But it's a documentary about Tim Wakefield and R.A. Dickey and other knuckleballers in the past. And they talk about how a knuckleball pitcher is very, very different than anybody else here because of the inconsistencies. So some games are just going to be great. Some games are just going to be terrible. That's just how it goes. I mean, when you factor in that there is really no movement that you can anticipate on a knuckleball, just about anything can happen. So they were mentioning like how it's tough being a knuckleball pitcher because you have these managers who are, just so used to consistency. They expect the best and just don't understand, how inconsistent that particular pitch and the pitchers who throw them, how different their outings can be from time to time. And I've definitely seen it in here, and I think that's one of the reasons why I started to focus a lot on the four-seam fastball just right off the bat, because I didn't like the inconsistency here of throwing the knuckleball and what would happen. So I figure if I have the four-seam, I can, and other pitches as well, then I could go ahead and focus on that, and I could turn into a more conventional type of pitcher. But of course, 101, 102 mile an hour fastballs, that's not necessarily your typical type of pitcher. But I think you guys know what I mean here with the different pitches that I throw. So, I don't know. I kind of go in and out of it. I start the game off here as a knuckleball pitcher, and then when I get late in the game, I start going with a more conventional type of approach to pitching. So, I don't know, but it was really, really cool. And I couldn't help but think, when I decided to make Kevin Millar his return to the major leagues as a knuckleball pitcher, I mean, I didn't know just how unique, being a knuckleballer really is. Like, apparently, R.A. Dickey, Tim Wakefield, they introduce you to, like, the fraternity of knuckleball pitchers. Like, everybody who had thrown it in the past, they get together. Like, even when Tim Wakefield retired, I mean, one of the things he said is that, R.A. Dickey's going to have to carry the torch for a while by himself. Like, it is something that they take a look at here. It's kind of like a brotherhood and, just a cool part of baseball. I never had to face a knuckleball myself, but I can't imagine just how tough that would be. I even thought about maybe learning it here, too, because if Hiram ever wants to be a pitcher or something, they'd be like, hey, you know what? You should have a knuckleball in your back pocket just in case. Because Tim Wakefield started out, as a... this is how he told it. So when he was growing up, his dad was really busy with work and stuff like that. And so, his dad knew how to throw a knuckleball. And so when Tim would want to go play catch, he would throw the knuckleball just so that way it would make Tim kind of tired because he didn't know where it would go and he'd get frustrated and stuff like that. At least that's how I remember the story goes. But I wouldn't do that with Hiram here, but he just said, like, after he learned how to do the knuckleball, when he was just a normal type of pitcher, he'd use a knuckleball every once in a while just to surprise the person at the plate. And then that became his pitch. I mean, that's what he did. So it kind of turned his career around. R.A. Dickey, same thing. R.A. Dickey struggled for a number of years just trying to be able to land a decent pitching job. And then once he adopted the knuckleball, and that's when it turned around for him. Cy Young, big contract, stuff like that. So, it's just something you don't really think about when you're going ahead and choosing pitches here in the game. But I don't know, it's kind of cool to be able to watch that. So now I'm on like a huge baseball documentary thing right now. I'm on inning 6 of Ken Burns' baseball. So we're going through Jackie Robinson right now. And a lot of the stuff here, just as I'm going through that particular documentary, like I'd watched it a long time ago, when I was really little, because my dad had like video cassettes of it here that we taped when it was on PBS way back when. So I watched it, but now it's a lot different going back and watching it now when I understand stuff a lot better and the implications of things that have happened. Like, when they're talking about Jackie Robinson and racism and everything like that, when I was a kid, that stuff is, you really don't comprehend exactly what's going on, like just how big of a deal racism is, and how widespread it is. But now when I go back and I watch it, I'm just like, wow, this stuff is really, really crazy. The fact that he held his cool through everything. I still have yet to watch the movie 42. That's something that I need to do. So, gosh, I don't even know if it's out on Blu-ray yet. I might have to get that. I don't know. But anyway, 3-0 count right now here in the top of the 9th. If we're able to get out of this one, Game is done. So I am going for a complete game shutout right now. So I get strike one right there, just throwing the fastball right down the heart of the plate. Luckily, didn't try to ambush it or anything. So I got to go ahead and keep the ball as close as I can inside the strike zone as possible. But I run the risk of that one just going right over the heart of the plate. All right, we're going to go low and outside. This is going to be a risky one. Swings and misses. If he did not swing at that one, that would have been ball 4. So I get the strikeout here at the end of the game. I think I had 4 straight strikeouts at the end. So a great way to be able to end the game here. Another complete game shutout here for Kevin Millar. And that's going to go ahead and help boost up that 12-6 curve even more. So that way it becomes a regular appearance every time that I play. So thanks for watching, you guys. I sure do appreciate it. More Kevin Millar to come later on, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Again, you guys, thank you so much for the support with everything. I want to make sure that you guys know that, say it at the beginning and end, because it means a lot. But you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thanks again, and as always, I hope you guys have a good one.